Okay, we're recording now. So this week we've been working again on kinship with emphasis on grandparents and you know, our parents, brothers and sisters, and things like that. So typically what we've done in the past few weeks is we had a presentation with some questions for some of the elders. We're going to do it a little bit differently today. I think this would be kind of a good time to discuss roles that, you know, grandparents and our degas and chunis and things traditionally have had. And I was hoping that the speakers today could also talk about their own experiences and the roles that their grandparents and chunis and degas played in their lives when they were growing up. And hold on, we got somebody else joining. I'm going to admit them into the meeting quick. Okay. Welcome, Winona. We just started our session today, and we got hold on just a second.
I'm taking care of the waiting room, just so you know.
Okay, all right. So just to reiterate what I just said was today we're talking about kinship. This is our second week in discussing kinship. So this week we discussed grandparents and degas and chunis and things like that. So today we want to ask our speakers if they could, you know, speak on traditional roles for grandparents and chunis and degas, and also maybe speak on their own experiences growing up with their grandparents and degas and chunis in their lives and things like that. So I guess maybe we could just start talking about grandparents and the roles that they played in, you know, traditionally and your own upbringing growing up. So Dega Ahusak, we've discussed this before, not, you know, on a platform like this, but if you want to talk about some of those things real quickly, unless you want to defer to Dega Cecil at this point, but
yeah, watching ring a H-Oni exchange. Really, I check it as well.
all right.
He kroke hara, nanga he choke hara, he only hara, je kroke waira. Mission na keja, khadabeja chire, nishana geja, ageja, chi wagiwine, chi khadeja, eja, khadewina we. Kaka ere wajana, hirukana neske shino cheja. He degwa harashke jana nani ewa harashke hanachi jana he khoing videgi he ni hara no ske hija khadehire keni ahusaka eja twinani masa chaniske nankeja huwa ona he choke hara Mach hirakaranis, mach unshono, mach ojushono. Jeske waruch tagu maniga waruch stoire. Do gihiwishno nagahunik uchawas ske hujua nagareske gihiwishno. He unihara nani era janera wakijo gudeya chani negeja do hake haiwi je heske hagi maki agap maya agap ya unyanaga ha on joy o de kanancha ja on jan do hakewi de wakanado hachtin wakana khnoig nanka wakana choniske kira ado hachta jamagra magra haru chaire sagrecht eske iuni hara Inugra Anachi Jana, Varana, Najwa Jaira, no one get it. I go a cried, Nango, I get a cheetah, Ragnis gets a cried, what can I want a kite? What can I do? Don't I get Hijaha on John, editor, may do Hak Ekjaw eske, I get who next got be Hikjaw eske. Kaga Hinoban, Hinuk wa Chabwida, Hija Haida. Go ship ne Choka Hawida Jagu Marhojuga, Hija wa pay hiwi. Re payment action, me agaja chivida. Onacho geja chivi. He dekwa Hawida, Job, he dek had edja, waki chivida. Kununa Woro Geniskeda, Rea Hane, Woro Gira, Neja Kuchinching, Kukuba Aljana. Koship Naji Skiwi, Eske non Kawishino, Jego Hani Hawi, White Skewahida, Deko Hawida, Rea Goship Hingijire, Na Inawi, Hanik Chunk Hede Adawida. Go ship Kakaida will get up, Shino, Nampa Winishino, Noeka go ship Jawa Gitumbede, Nagaske one up in Hikishade. Eggy a guy that Chereja Hahiga, Ched upske, where he is, Shino. Je Maniga Wuruch Agi Hiva, I guess Stoke Chico and you cannot get it. Race Keniska Hadewina way, Nagawaga Kajaska, and Gijira way, Gijira way, Inokra. Jagon Kid on Niska Pay.
Well, I guess just to kind of translate quickly, you grew up here near the mission, and it sounds like you're pretty big, family grew up, in the same place, and your grandfather used to plant a garden, and I believe you said in the fall the girls would help, but they'd get scared of snakes and kind of run off and didn't want to help after that or something. Is that correct?
Yeah, one time a bunch of snakes had hatched and they were racing across the field.
Oh, okay.
Quite rapidly.
Yeah, okay. And then you said you lived with four Degas in the same house or in the area? Did you guys live all in the same?
Yeah, we all grew up in that 4-room house and an attic and a cellar.
Oh, okay. All right, and then you said your grandmother's baskets, do beadwork and things like that to sell. Correct?
Yeah, they made baskets constantly and beadwork.
Okay.
Always preparing for the winter.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. So Dega Husak. So growing up, I guess what role in your upbringing did your grandparents have as far as raising you? If you want to speak on that a little bit, if you could.
Yeah, ini hara jagu anagare. Eske wagi anage wahanaction. Ikro ke hara ma sachanes ke kira ya pedes konyare egi nigo wakerewa. Knowing ikro ke hara Rajra Hochangi Tenka, the guide shono. egi choke hara hambana ringa kigaire re wawaga nangra re hioni hara hokera wawaga nangshan egi hianchara warawa hira ke pinchi wawiaki pezni shron Guangaida Shinkira wa chashanon he khnoing degi SKK oyaki peresnin egishike he anchara he only hira sideja keni he chuina ni nigoa kereje aire SK he anchira re eshna yaki pereshanon Guangaida homakini he wishanon Rego kira niske shagwa hara wawiaki peretani egishike eki choke wa hara egonegish choka khade ana kata re moki saga repka igaidane re cheja re ineki re ambokai re hinakara shano sedeja aumishron cheja ego wajan ke wodak mi nakshano wangairske na wana re sedet wajan ke anach moshno eja ho chunk hoit agra eja re hodo hana re eja ya peres konya re chokai eja wajan eki anach moshno eki guangaira ke eki wangra wanka wajan waira ikiperes shonana re homakene ajire shono re hirasa hokikit aidegi re wanachko eja meana shono ego wajan re eske hanachko hane he wow nakshan eske Jagushana eki airane hedake ke hanata du kozno nenge guangaira wajane ya perez niske wow nakshan ego kira he hekshane
No. Okay. All right. So I guess your grandparents from your mother's side, I think you said that you were kind of more close to them than your father's side. You knew them. I mean, you knew them a little better. Okay. And then I think you said your chokachete, you used to, or kind of, you used to spend a lot of time with him. And he would kind of tell stories, songs,
Yeah.
and then
he was my babysitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. And then, so then when they had your grandparents had visitors, then they would just sit there and speak Ho Chunk, and you'd listen to them and hear Ho Chunk pretty much the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So your Degas, what kind of role did they play? Were they pretty mean to you? When you did something wrong, punishment wise, I guess.
Yeah, they were our disciplinarians. I don't know if I called it mean, but I was afraid of them. Let me put it that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't give them any guff. I remember that.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because my sister's kids have always used, Degas as a threat, and I've never, yelled at her kids once, but maybe one of them, her oldest one, I think at one point was kind of acting up in school or something like that. But, she's always used that as a threat. I'm going to send you to Dega's house. And then they kind of, just like that, no, I don't want to go there. And then they kind of start behaving, And it's kind of funny because I've never got after the kids, but it's like scared of me, just the threat of coming to Dega's house and never actually been here. So it's kind of funny how that works. So I guess traditionally, Chui's roles and then Nani, not I guess biological Nani, but your mother's sisters. what kind of roles did chunis and nanis play, traditionally speaking, in Ho-Chunk society, I guess, or even when you were young?
Well, from what I remember, they were teachers. They
Mhm.
took the time to teach you things, and you know, and they didn't like it when the Degas got after you. I remember that. But on the other hand, they didn't really step in between you and protect you either.
Yeah.
They just expressed that they didn't like it, and that was it. But I learned a lot from my Degas too, because they were teachers also besides disciplinarian. But I learned a lot from the
Mhm.
Nani. They taught me a lot of things also. I guess that was their role, is to teach.
Yeah. What kind of teachings do you remember? As far as just life teachings, or?
Yeah, a lot of the traditional ways, you know, that we were taught back then,
Mhm.
things we shouldn't be doing,
Yeah.
even other things like helping with your homework from school.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, I remember one of my nannies, you know, taught me how to write my name when I was 5 years old, I think. You know, I didn't know anything about writing, you know, back at that age. But she made sure I knew how to write my name, you know, before I went to school. I remember that.
Okay.
I never knew
Diego
what my
Cecil, do you have
name was.
anything? Oh.
I never knew what my name was until she taught me. Everybody just called me Aga.
Okay. Diego Cecil, do you have anything that you'd like to add regarding chunis and nanis roles? Oh, no, kunyari. Okay.
He's muted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He is. I don't know. I think he's gonna have to unmute himself. He's probably talking right now. Oh, there he is.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt. No, the female role, the Kaka kind of had the final say in almost everything, and she would, on a side or wherever, would kind of talk to Choka, and that's how the family would roll. But the Kaka had definitely had a strong word in the family. There was an annual schedule that was kept, because the winter time was somewhat survival time, but by then you had already stocked up on everything, and the only thing you might ever need would be maybe salt and sugar and flour downtown, but pretty well taken care of for year round. So, but she kept that schedule because they were making money, some money, the money that they needed, cash, by selling baskets and doing beadwork. Beyond that, the Chokas and the Degas, they did their hunting. I think I grew up on venison, but and I've told this to a lot of other people that we ate everything that they brought home, and they couldn't believe that our people ate from way back in our history. They ate skunks, muskrats, we still did, raccoon, you name it. People find that hard to believe. Like, you guys ate a skunk? Yeah. How about porcupine? Yep, we ate that too. There's a certain way to prepare those things. You binge them, you could skin them, take the skin off and cook them. But beavers, back then we had beavers. So that's how our family grew up till we, in the 50s, I think the relocation program came in and they were all sent off to big cities to find work, found housing for them. Relocation, extermination, assimilate. So yeah, we're halfway to assimilating. I'm half white now, so.
Okay. Well, thank you for your stories, and that was good. So at this time, it's 11:25, so we're going to open it up for any kind of questions that some of the participants or even the instructors might have. You know, just traditional roles. Also, don't be afraid if you have any questions regarding language to answer, or excuse me, to ask any questions regarding language at this time. The modules and things like that that we've gone over. Also, just a reminder that at 11 o'clock tomorrow, we're going to be having another Zoom session for practice regarding the modules for this week. So any questions for the speakers while we have them here with us today? From the participants, any questions? And it's fine. Also, if you have any questions, you can always, email the instructors, or if you have any questions, you can post them on the Ho Chung Academy Facebook page. Instructors, do you guys have anything to add or any questions while we're here?
Yeah, I was like, you said Nigi Wakere. What does that mean?
Pardon?
You said Nigi Wakere.
Oh, Nigo Wakere.
Nigo Wakere.
It's just another term for dying.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when they go home,
Oh,
when they're
okay.
earning.
Okay, yeah, I didn't make that connection either. So yeah, that makes a little more sense now. I mean, I know what Nago Wakare means, but I didn't know that it's also used for that as well.
Okay. And then also, geez, when I was growing up, I was with my Dega Eric and my sister Sonia, and she had did something, she just really got Dega Eric mad. So he stopped the car, he grabbed some water and he threw it on her. And I'm like, oh my God, I was so scared, but why would the Degas do that? Was it to wake them up, or was it to be like, hey, knock it off? I mean, was it just something that you do?
But it was a form of punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they would, sometimes they would dip their hands in water and throw it in your face like that. Kind of splash it in your face. They did that to real young kids though. I remember seeing that. I don't remember ever having it done to me. Maybe I was too young to remember. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or anything to add?
Morning, my name's Winona. I'm over in Tacoma, Washington, a little bit of a distance. I just wanted to add, hearing everything this morning. Our family, we're a military family. My parents met at Fort McCoy. So we've been Germany, Kansas, Texas, Washington, all over. So we didn't grow up in the community, but I just was thinking so much of what we do and how we've been doing things, it just sounds familiar, like the role of Degas in the family. But even though we didn't grow up in around our family, we still had that from our mom that was ingrained in us growing up. So it felt good, that it felt familiar hearing everything that was said this morning. So just wanted to thank you for that. Just wanted to say hi.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Winona.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, for sure. Okay, any questions, any more questions or comments or anything? Okay, well, Pini to the speakers for your stories and speaking on your experiences and the roles of our relatives. But otherwise that, I think that will conclude today's session. So, honey chuck Joey.
Oh, honey chuck Joey.
Honey chuck Joey.
Oh.
Should we just stay on? Oh.
Oh, I think they were gonna make another
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
All right.